This year's Computex coverage is brought to you by MSI and Thermaltake. We are here at the Thermaltake booth, Computex 2024. Let's check it out. Check out MSI's GeForce RTX 40 series gaming slim graphics cards, which are thinner and lighter for hassle-free compatibility and installation. The series features MSI's Tri-Frozer 3 cooler with Torx 5.0 fans with up to 8 cooling pipes for ultra quiet and cool heat dissipation. Learn more using my links down below. So Thermaltake's well known for their water cooling, and today we've actually got some new DDC combo pump resers, and here they're actually taken the same design as their CPU block and implemented it into a 140mm version that mounts straight to a fan or to the case side panel. So here we have the DP140R DDC pump res combo. So if you do want that style and look of your CPU water block to continue through the pump res combos, you can implement one of these into your build, and it is compatible with their TT software as well, so full RGB. Now moving over here, we actually have the square variant. This is only compatible with 120mm fans, or of course you can mount it to the side panel. Again, we do have that built-in RGB with their TT software, so it's all going to be fully integrated there. Still going with that same theme as well as the CPU block if you wanted to, take that whole theme throughout the whole PC build. And then we go across to their smaller pump res combo, which is better for compact builds. All of them have DDC pumps in, guys. There's no D5 variant yet, but I'm sure it will come in the future. And the top of this cap, again, once again, takes that aesthetics of their CPU block. So you can take this throughout the whole build if you do like that aesthetic. But this is going to be fitting in some nice tight spaces, so we definitely need to get our hands on some of these. And you can see some of these products implemented into some of these builds for realistic applications. So you see, it doesn't take up much space in the build at all with the reservoir down there. And then over here, of course, we do have some being utilized in here as well with the 120mm variant mounted to the power supply shroud. Now you guys all know about the Swafan EX120 RGB and 140 RGB fans, but now they have their brand new CTE 120 and 140X ARGB fans. And right here is actually their TT Sync V2 controller, so you can actually hook up to 14 devices. It is PCIe powered as well. So this one controller right here, yes, it is a brick, but if you can find somewhere in your case to actually fit this, you can hook up any of your RGB devices, any of your fans to this with plenty of power, PCIe powered with one USB cable coming out of it to control the whole lot. So this is excellent. I know other companies have done this, Corsair being one of them. I know Fantex has brought one out. Now this is Thermaltake's turn. I do hope that they can actually work on a smaller design here, but for now they do have something. This is V2 and they are looking to improve it, make it more compact, but right now I'm glad that they've got this on the market. Did I mention that these are also magnetic, guys? New magnetic fans, so they daisy chain just like the Swar fans as well. So I'm keen to get a few of these and put them to the test, but we'll wait and see. So Thermaltake has their new CTE E550 TG. This is the Matcha Green, and it supports up to 8 140mm fans. The CTE is what they call their new variant of cases, so it actually brings in air from the bottom straight up the top, and also we have exhaust out the back as well. You can see we have a water-cooled version here. You can actually mount the GPU in 3 different ways, which is really cool, and it has support for up to 420mm radiators, so we've got plenty of cooling here, and it does have that sort of wraparound glass design even implemented at the rear there, so you can see even more of your PC, which is awesome. It also means that if you wanted to, you can have this part of the case at the front instead of this part, so you can put it on whatever side of the desk you want, which is the awesome thing about this. Plenty of ventilation at the back as well, with a nice open panel. Up the top as well, we have ventilation, so plenty of cooling with this case. I'd love to test it out for myself and see the numbers there, but for now we can be here in awe of this water cooling beauty. Now, one more thing I want to add is the new CTE E550 actually have support for the BTF motherboards. So the motherboards with all of the connections on the back, as you can see here, it's been implemented nicely and looks super clean. This is Thermaltake's Tower 600 case, now with support for the BTF edition of motherboards. So all of the connections are on the back, just like their E550 cases over there. And we do have support for up to 12 120mm fans. That is a lot of cooling that can potentially go into this build. Now, it does depend on which way you mount your GPU, because if you mount it like like they have in this build, then obviously the back is blocked off, so you can't put fans in. However, we also have support for a 420mm AIO cooler. Now let's go and check out a case where they actually do have the AIO cooler mounted. So up here we actually have their Snow Edition, and they've actually got this mounted on the side. So yes, you can purchase the stands just like the Tower 900 or the Tower 300 to mount it sideways. The PCIe riser cables are sold separately, but you do, as I said, have the option of putting a 420mm AIO cooler inside, and you can mount your full length 4000 series GPUs sideways, and they will fit. So that's a good plus. Additionally, you can actually get these LCD screens which are built in. But if we move over to here, you can actually see we have a variety of colors. So this is the matcha green. Of course, that does have their signature AIO style pump press combo. You saw that a lot of their water cooling gear was trying to follow that similar theme, and I like it. To be honest, like if I was doing a water cool build and I got that water cooling CPU block and I got that AIO cooler, I think it'll make for a nice clean build. Also, the edges here, they're chamfered a bit, so it's a more seamless design, and overall, I think it looks really nice. So now we have a new addition to the Tower series of cases. This is the Tower 250. We've got the snow and the black version, and we can fit up to a 360mm radiator inside. So you can have full water cooling inside of this. It is ITX support only, but that is not to worry because we can still fit a decent sized GPU in. Probably not your bigger 4000 series card unless you do a bit of modding, but they do have a plate right here which is removable, so you can fit larger graphics cards in. So just need to make sure GPU compatibility is not an issue here, because it is only 2 slots as well, but you do have a bit more room down the bottom. So, you know, thicker cards, they could well fit. You just need to do your research there. Again, an extra add-on, you can have the LCD screen and you can get it in black and white. Still the same chamfered edge on the glass, which makes it look super clean. And right now this is rocking a 360mm radiator and supports up to 8 RGB fans, which is pretty crazy for such a small case. Plenty of cooling, a nice compact smaller design ITX case. What's not to love? We know you guys love case mods, so let me show you what Thermaltake has on display.